Welcome to the ultimate guide for vegan protein substitutes. I'm going to be going over all of the vegan options that I recommend if you're looking to avoid or reduce the amount of meat that you're having in your diet. Just like with meats, not all vegan protein options are created equal, and so this video should help make things much less complicated and make it so you know exactly what you should be eating for your vegan options. So let's get started. Like I mentioned in my video on why women need to eat more protein, protein is an essential macronutrient along with carbs and fats, and we need to have them to have a healthy, well-balanced lifestyle. And pretty much every part of our body, from our nails, our skin, our eyes, our teeth, our hair, everything is built from proteins, those amino acids in our body. And that's why protein is called a building block, because it plays a big part. Plus, protein can help you feel full and satiated after eating. So if you're trying to lose weight and not feel hungry and snacky all the time, adding more protein is a great idea. And that also helps with weight loss, because that way you're not eating as much and you're getting that protein that you're needing rather than a bunch of empty carbs. It also helps you repair and build muscles and bone and all of the parts of our body. So the issue that we need to pay attention to with vegan proteins is, are we getting our complete proteins? So proteins are made up of 20 amino acids. So when you consume a protein, it is broken down into 20 different amino acids that our body requires. And 9 of those 20 are called essential amino acids. And those are what we can only get from our diet. Our body does not create them. So while we get those essential 9 amino acids from meats, vegan protein options don't always have all of those 9. In fact, quinoa and soy are the only 2 vegan proteins that contain all 9 essential amino acids. But the good news is that you can combine different proteins from different vegan options. So you can get a few from one and a few from another, and together that makes up your amino acids that you need essentially from your diet. And as long as you have that combination in your daily diet, you're gonna get what you need. And you don't have to worry about having it all in one time or getting it all from one source. All right, so let's talk about quinoa. In just 1 cup of quinoa, you get 8 grams of protein, which is awesome. Plus, like I mentioned, it's called a complete protein, so you're getting all 9 of those essential amino acids. And quinoa is also a great source of fiber and magnesium and iron as well. Tofu is another one. It's made from soy, which means it is a complete protein. And tofu is really great because it's versatile. You can add it into a bunch of meals just like you would with meat, and it soaks up a lot of the spices and flavors that it's cooked with, so it can be very flavorful when you cook it. And a half cup of tofu contains 11 grams of protein. Buckwheat is another option. It contains 6 grams of protein in a cup. Plus, buckwheat is considered to be anti-inflammatory and has been shown to reduce the risk for cancer and lower cholesterol levels. Tempeh is packed with protein. It has 15 grams of protein in a half cup. And just like tofu, tempeh is made from soybeans. It has kind of a nutty flavor, and it is really often used as a meat alternative, and it's used in soups and stews and chilies and burgers. And it's actually considered a fermented food, so it also has probiotic benefits as well. So edamame beans are immature soybeans. They are another great source. They have about 11.5 grams of protein in a half a cup. You can easily find them bagged in the frozen aisle at your grocery store. You can get them shelled or de-shelled, and I like to use them just like I would with peas in most any recipe. Lentils have 9 grams of protein in a half a cup, and they are also really high in fiber. Lentils are super good for you. And then beans in general, so I'm talking kidney beans, black beans, red beans, lima beans, all of those types of beans, even chickpeas are a great source of dietary protein. Typically in 1 cup of cooked beans, you're gonna get about 15 grams of protein. Not to mention they also have a ton of fiber and a lot of vitamins and minerals, so they are a really good addition to your diet. Green peas are another really good source of vegan protein. You might have noticed that pea protein is an option for vegans, that you can get it actually dehydrated, so you can add it to your protein drink just like you would a whey powder or an egg white powder. Cooked peas have 9 grams of protein in 1 cup, and they also have a ton of fiber. Nuts and seeds are another really good source of dietary protein. They're gonna be higher in monounsaturated and unsaturated fats, but that doesn't mean to not eat them. You definitely wanna be including nuts and seeds. And I'm talking walnuts, almonds, cashews, peanuts, all of those are really good options. Sunflower seeds and chia seeds and flax seeds are also really great sources of protein. So not that you would eat a whole half cup of peanuts usually, but a half cup of peanuts has 20.5 grams of protein. So they're very nutrient dense. Spirulina typically comes as a powdered supplement. You can add it to your smoothies, your yogurt bowls, and you can add it to drinks. It has a really cool green color, and it's a great source of plant-based protein plus anti-inflammatory properties. So in just 1 tablespoon of spirulina, you're gonna get 4 grams of protein. There's also a ton of protein-rich veggies and starches like kale, broccoli, cauliflower, potatoes. For example, in just 1 cup of cooked spinach, you're gonna get 5.3 grams of protein. In corn, you're gonna get 4.7 grams of protein. In Brussels sprouts, you're gonna get 4 grams of protein. And a large potato contains 7.5 grams of plant-based protein. While veggies typically have higher protein counts, you can also get protein-rich fruits as well. So for example, a cup of guava or avocado contains about 4 grams of protein. And then for apricots, blackberries, kiwi, and grapefruit, you're gonna get about 2 grams of protein. So there's still some protein in there. Oats and oatmeal are a great source of plant-based protein. Plus you're also gonna get in that added fiber that's great for your heart health and digestion. Not only do they contain about 10 grams of protein in a cup, but they also contain a ton of micronutrients like zinc and iron and phosphorus and B vitamins. Seitan is a vegan protein option, but it does contain wheat, so it definitely would not be a good option if you have celiac disease, but it is a great source of vegan protein. In just 2 ounces of seitan, you're getting 15 grams of protein. Most often, veggie burgers and meat alternatives will contain seitan. Whole grains are another great option like barley and brown rice and wild rice. 1 cup of those grains will contain about 7 grams of protein. Soy milk is also great. 1 cup of soy milk contains 7 grams of protein. So if you're looking to replace a regular dairy milk, soy milk is a great option. Plus you'll be able to add in extra calcium and vitamin D into your diet that way as well. Ezekiel bread is something I have a ton of at home. It is a great solution for plant-based protein. It basically contains sprouted whole grains and legumes. So you're gonna be getting that barley and the whole grains and legumes like lentils, all of that is put into the bread. And 2 slices of Ezekiel bread contain 8 grams of protein, and you're also gonna get that fiber. So if you love bread and you wanna replace your normal bread with this bread, you're gonna automatically add in a bunch of protein. Spelt is an ancient grain that has a lot of protein and other nutritional benefits. 1 cup of cooked spelt contains 10 grams of protein. And you can use spelt just like you would oatmeal or flours for baking. So it's a really good option if you are looking to add in that extra protein. I personally like spelt a lot as a flour for baked goods like muffins and cakes. So a lot of vegans use nutritional yeast instead of Parmesan, and that is because not only does it have kind of a cheesy flavor, it also has a ton of nutrients. So in just 1 ounce of nutritional yeast, you're getting 14 grams of protein. And you can just sprinkle that on the top of your foods. Now that you know what proteins to use, check out my video on how to calculate your macros so you understand how much protein you should be eating on a daily basis to reach your goals. And I'll see you in the next video.